Alright folks, we're back doing a little league action today for old FlyinFatKid's. Crazy fun or crazy dumb, depends on how he sets it up, league. Forgot to get my laser level situated here. What's up, FFK? Trying to get my old dongle situation going over here. While you're in here, FlyinFatKid, if you didn't see the last message I sent you, leave this, go check that out, and then come back. You won't be disappointed.
FlyinFatKid tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. No ads today, knucklehead.
So lucky to have Rabel. Appreciate you, FlyinFatKid. You're the man. I think that was the quickest Super Chat I've ever gotten. Turning ads off before I even hit a shot. Why YouTube will let, I don't even know if it's YouTube, whatever it is, they'll let Chickenhead go through, but they won't let, if FFK spells out, if he does abbreviation of his name, if he does FFK, it won't read it. I don't get it. Bogeyman, what's going on? Afternoon. I do like Vrabel. Vrabel was a pretty nice upgrade from what happened last year with Gerard Mayo. Alright, I completely blew out a ball yesterday when I was warming up with C-Drum before we played. Usually I catch them, so this one's like starting to crack a little bit. Usually I catch them and I can tell as soon as they feel it. It was the first drive of the day, and it was like really weird numbers. I was like, all right, well maybe that was just the first drive. It felt bad. And then I hit the second one, and it was literally like, it looked like a dog took a bite out of the ball.
CD-Rum, Gray Barn Golf tip $2 through Super Chat. You got carried to the top of the auto put scramble.
You got carried or I got carried? We got carried away. Appreciate you, C-Drum. That was fun last night. I was saying after, we haven't played in a while. Appreciate you, boys. We'll see who carries who if we play next week. Judd is picking our course for Thursday night. I will say, FlyinFatKid, I was going to message you. I will say, Luma was upset. You can always change back. I figured Luma's so busy. I know winter's coming up, but if he's that mad, you can go back. I figured I would. One, I don't want you instead of Big Dog anyway, so I'm still doing the big boy scramble with Big Dog, and you definitely don't want me over Luma for the big boy scramble. I picked your name without asking. He said mean things. He said, I'm going to buy some extra Krispy Kreme donuts. Luma message you? I thought it was a couple months ago when I first kind of, C-Drum put me in contact with him a little bit, and Luma followed me on Instagram, and I thought I made it in the world. What I was gonna say, Flying Fat Kid, is if you go back and look on the Thursday Thunder thread, when you initially asked if anyone wanted to play with you and Rich, that was the one that I said me and Judd would play against you guys. However, that said, we play together enough, so I'm excited to watch Bogeyman Bill and Golf Nut play against you guys. So completely fine by me. Bogeyman Bill, everyone always has fun playing with him, but he's always like, "Oh, well, I'll fill in if you want me to." You gotta toss your name in there, Bogeyman. There was someone I checked last night, Cedrum. Someone shot 8 under, so there's some scores that are getting close. And today's only day 2, so I don't know necessarily 10 under is going to stand up. But we should be, I would think, top 10 by the end of it. We left a couple out there, but we also, like I texted you last night, we left a couple out there, but we also gained a couple. You threw some darts. The one that comes to mind for me was that tree shot, which was insane. Oh no, it's all good. I don't want to. I could use a night off, but Rich does seem like the man. I do maybe in another couple weeks or whatever we can play, or I'll play with Rich. It would be fun. I think he plays with Tom. Tom seemed like a really good dude too the other night when we were before we played. Maybe do like me, you, Rich, and Tom or something. Maybe Tom can teach me how he has 160 some ball speed at like whatever he said, 50, 55 years old. Thomas Lyers, yeah. No, Bogeyman, I don't know. But people like watching you play. Like you heard Golf Nut, he was like, I've seen you play. Like, I think people of varying different skill levels, of different personalities, different characters, they maybe relate to one person more than another and say, oh, I'm kind of like Bogeyman Bill. If he can play, I can play too. So I think it's good. What I'm saying is I think you need to not wait so long before you hop into these. I think you got to toss your name in more frequently. He swings faster than you, is why he's at 165. Bogeyman's the real deal. I hit it halfway decent for the first 9 holes, maybe. They weren't all par 4s and 5s, but I had some decent drives yesterday with old C. Diddy, and then I kind of tapered off a little bit, and I think the last 1 or 2 weren't too bad. Where'd the other ball go? Plus 4 or 5 on your league? I'll take a look at the leaderboard. Do you set this up? Did you set this up like a chicken head, or is it like a manageable settings? Speaking of that, the other day Shelby said he looked it up. I've never looked it up. I just say it because you called me that. I don't even know what it means. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy. Oh, these manageable settings? Oh, we got different definitions of manageable. I mean, anything's manageable, but... Alright, we may be on the shorter end of a warm-up here. These things are going relatively straight and pretty close to the number that I'm trying to hit. But I will say, I mentioned it before, I got some tunes going in my ear, so it does help, hopefully, keep me upbeat in a good mood if things go sideways here. I may or may not have Pink Pony Club coming on. Look it up later. Check your phone, I sent a pic. But did you die is not a saying today. Oh, look at Flying Fat Kid. 2025 Summer Season Winner Scramble 2-Man Flying Fat Kid. What the hell is it, though? Is that the package on the outside, or it looks like a paper plate? Foot Stomping Jam. Dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I never heard of that before you said it the other day. It is kind of a jam, though, I will say. You may, you guys were talking about that with your walkout song. You may have some people scratching their head if that's your walkout song, but, well, I know what it is, SGT trophy, but like, it doesn't look like it looks like a paper plate. That doesn't look, from the picture you sent, doesn't look much like a trophy. Unless, I guess that's just flat and it stands up on a stand, maybe? That's pretty cool, though. Not too many, man, these balls. Not too many people can say they got a trophy for anything SGT related, so that will look good whenever your new simulator comes to be somewhere. All right, I think I'm gonna hit. I mean, that's just all I want out of a pitching wedge. I hit all those wedges pretty good. The approach wedge was good. We'll hit like, we'll see what this 8-iron does. I mean, that's like a pretty tight draw, right around. Put that pitching wedge to 130-ish. That's 128.7, and it doesn't feel like I'm swinging crazy to be able to do that. Watch out to the leaderboard. Gotta get with C-Drum on a package deal. Hit him up. You have his number? I think, yeah. I think did I put us in a group chat at one point? Oh, do I have his, do I have C-Drum's logo up there? All right, I do. It's a league event, but it's still part of SGT. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Sorry, C-Drum. SGT Journey, including leads, brought to you by the kind folks at graybarngolf.com. Check out that QR code at the top. All your GSPro course build needs and or simulator install needs. He's a dingus sometimes, but in terms of GSPro and simulators, he knows what he's talking about. Maybe I should just hit irons off the tee. Ball speed's not bad. Just a fraction toey. Oh. You got his digits? I don't know how far Ohio is to Kentucky. But if you did opt to have him install summer part of it, I'm sure Seadrum wouldn't be opposed to playing with you on course once or twice if he makes the trip. Get that kickback money? Nah. Seadrum's been more than generous to me, as have you and a lot of other people. So anything I can do to help him out and repay the favors that he's done me. Definitely, all right, 272, didn't draw. Definitely rub that in and make sure he knows it, but I don't want anything for it. We're going to do it. FlyinFatKid's Crazy Dumb League. Coming up. Rainmaker. Is this a Eagles and Birdies found course? Yellow tees, 54. 10-foot gimmies, let's go. Normal, 11. Oh, 7,000 feet. All right. So what is that? That's 14%. You guys are playing tonight? What time? Makes you cry. What time are you guys playing, Boogeyman? Fun course. I mean, it doesn't really matter a ton around the green. It obviously helps for tee shots. It's just, and even like long to mid irons is fine. It's those approach shots into the green where you really got to figure out what 15% less needs to be so you're not 15% short or long. All right, let me know. I should be able to, as long as it's not like crazy late. I didn't work out yesterday because I played with Seadrum, which was a good trade-off and it was fun. But I do need to work out after I'm done with this. I put off legs and shoulders for a day. I do need to do that. All right. This looks pretty nice. On my end, just a touch washed out, but that could be the sky. I like the some desert golf. I like the granite tee markers. The birds are a touch loud. What I'm going to do, I always try to not change these things so I can always go back. But that little alert thing, if someone becomes a member or a super chat, I like hearing that at full. Master or GSPro? Alright, that's way better. Now next time I play it'll be way too quiet, but drove most of the par fours. Well, that's 340 or 428, so I'm not doing that. Let's hit the flyover. See what FlyinFatKid got us into here. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. Mountains in the background. It always surprises me how they can get, I don't know if it looks quite this lush in real life, but just in general, how they can get this lush green grass to grow in the middle of like a mountain or a desert. It's pretty crazy. I've never played anything like this in real life. Apparently, though, if you play like if you're in oh, I've never seen that. You can tee off. Usually it goes right around it. I can tee off from on top of the tee marker. You think that's an advantage? Look at that. Get a little extra VLA out of it or something? All right, we'll go there. Hopefully it's a baby draw. What happened to my... I was just speaking so highly about the square before, and now my red lights aren't on. That's weird. The connector shut down. It just completely closed. Probably gonna have to reset GSPro Connect. Couple of courses with square disconnected me on the star. Halo's one of them. I remember you saying that a little while ago, Boogeyman. I wonder if that's like you guys watch. I played so like for example, it happens so rarely I don't even remember when it was. But like the other day when I played for literally 7 hours straight with Big Dog, I don't think I had a single issue the entire time. So whether it's like me and Boogeyman got like early units with less issues, maybe I don't know. Once you reset, it's fine. Yeah, like I guarantee you, I'll reset this and it should be fine. But I can understand people that have tons of issues getting frustrated with it, but that's just not been my case. All right, now it's on. It's not like I'm like hiding issues that I may have or like underplaying them. Like I have issues all the time when I'm not recording. Like you guys see almost every single shot I ever hit, like recorded either on video or on a live stream with the square. So, and I don't never have and likely never will get anything from square. So I don't really have any reason to speak highly or any way in particular about it. Unless it somehow shows me like 180 ball speed, then I'll speak highly of it. Alright. Not bad. A little overdone on the draw, but 261 into 284 out to 306. Oh boy. Always check these two. You see how it said one... Well, I guess that is. Never mind. The pin's in the back. I was going to say, make sure you check it. Sometimes the dog legs, the distances are slightly off of what they should be versus taking the direct line. So we got 194. 10% would be 20 off. Is this like a 6 iron then? Not a 6, I mean 8 iron rather. I think it's like an 8 iron. We're on a downslope. We'll see how this does. We'll go 7. Just hit it kind of smooth and we'll see what happens. Almost need a calculator. I'm pretty good at like, because I play at sea level, adding stuff, but when we're at this high and like 15%'s a lot. Well, a little bit toey. Hit it halfway decent. I didn't try to clobber it, but that was probably an 8 iron. And I probably guessed right in the first place. Really, I just remembered we have these 10-foot gimmies. You really don't even have to aim much with 10 feet. If I don't get this inside 10 feet, I'm in trouble. From 12 yards out of the rough. 6 to the front. Normal, I think it was. Oh, it was also a par 5. That distance makes a little more sense. Caw-caw. Let's go. So we got Sean G leading at 3 under. I'm 1 under. Danko's 1 under. FlyinFatKid, I think, was 2, maybe. Can't even read it. He was 4. FlyinFatKid was 4 over. I do like this long grass, though. It looks pretty good with like the little purple flowers in between. Pretty cool. I don't want that one back. That's 160, 281, boys. 1900 spin. I with the rollout and the altitude, I got it to 330, which JT Walsh usually does in the air. I noticed yesterday too, where I realized that I forgot to change the chat filter on the live stream. So if anyone said anything and I didn't acknowledge it or read it, it was probably because I had it on top messages instead of all messages, so I probably missed it. 84. So 10% will be 8, 20% will be 16. So we're looking at 12-ish off of this, down to 72. They just finished up. How'd it go? I'm kind of, I told Phil I want to play earlier one day. So I can do like the raid thing in the other way, but when it's getting colder here, so unfortunately like earlier, and I haven't seen them do the stream schedule anymore. It's tough playing when it's getting colder and colder out here towards like earlier in the day. So like usually 2-3 o'clock is when outside gets the warmest and also here gets the warmest. Yeah, I have club stickers on everything. Cornbread, buy the I have a video on it. Buy the reflective tape on Amazon. It's like $8 to $10. You get a massive roll. I've only used a fraction of it, but I have. It's actually, I think, even better than the ones you get. I don't know. It's dark over here. If you can tell the difference, the one on my putter, this one right here, that is the official square one, and it's actually kind of like rubbing off a little bit. This is the tape I bought on Amazon right there. And the one that I linked is a little bit, I don't want to bang my clubs, but you see how it's a little bit wider? And I think it gives it a slightly better viewing angle versus like this one's starting to get frayed. Just the metallic tape that I have the video on works really, really good. +1 for the day. Hit a blow-up hole. They got like 15 pars in a row and a birdie. It's pretty good. So I think we're looking for, what did I say, 12 off of it? 72. So I probably want to land this about 60. We'll hit a 60 degree. We'll probably hit this like 65-ish maybe. Or at least try to. Spin. Never mind. Caw-caw. Eagle. Booyah. That was kind of lucky. I thought it was going to be too much. Caw booyah. This is a cool hole. All right. Now we got, I'm going to get my calculator out. This is crazy. We got 157, and we have the wind behind us too. Down 32, and then 85% of it, or 86% of it. 157 minus 32 times 0.86. All right, it's a 107.5 flag, even a little bit less because of the wind. So I got to hit this about 100, unless that's not right. Thanks, boys. I'm going choke down approach wedge. We're going to hit this 100 and see if we guessed right. It does kind of some crazy stuff in the air with this much downslope and elevation, but so you were kind of asking Foof the other day how like you deal with all like if you get flyers and stuff, but like this for example, because we're at 7,000 feet, there's a lot of like calculations where if you're going to try to hit anything even relatively close, you got to kind of do all the mental math. All right, it's 98, and that was decently short. Not bad. I wanted 100, 2 yards. We would have maybe got. $11 stimps, I think. 11 stimp. 17 down 2. Try that. Let's go. 4 under through 3. Easy game. Anyone want to put bets on if I blow this up or not? On a tear? Just got to do some mental math. Calculus cup. All right. So this is a dumb line, but you didn't come here to see me lay up. So we're going to aim at those rocks. Hopefully it draws, and we're going to try to drive this sucker. If I was trying to protect a score, I do honestly have a pretty good score going. Realistically, I should just hit either down here towards the 168, either lay up there. Honestly, I could lay up there and hit a 3-wood, which would probably be better. But what's the fun in that? You went long? Yeah, I bet. I don't know if you saw that last drive, or one of the last ones. I hit it. It was 160 ball speed, 281 carry. That's pretty good for old. What did Seedrum call me last night? Ginger Gnome. Simmer. I mean, 17 down, but could be worse. Golf in a cone hat. I will say this TV, I was telling FlyinFatKid about it. This TV that I have set up makes it so much nicer. Where I'm not having to walk over. Like I can see it from pretty much anywhere in here, what you guys are saying. I used to have that stupid little phone here on a tripod. I have to like bend over and squint and try to read this stuff. Seedrum would make fun of me on the monotone reading out the chats, but I couldn't see anything. So 18 down and down, plus the elevation. We're in the rough, which is going to take spin off. It's 10 to the front. I think it may just be close to that. Not 14, or maybe 14. No! No! It's a bad shot. I was trying to hit it 10. Alright. That should have been a very easy birdie. Now we're just going to have to take a par. It's a waste of a stroke. Still a good score. If I wouldn't be surprised, JT Walsh or Big Dog, they go like 18 under or more. Dang it. I hit it good too. No draw. Alright. Some have called me the best deep rough player in the world. Let's see if it remains true. Alright, we got... Wow. We're in jail. Can we get this over it? It's on an upslope. I gotta kind of hit a floppy doppy. Maybe we can. It's deep rough. What is this? You guys see the mini map? I've never noticed this before. You see the mini map to the left of the deep rough? Is that telling me how far away I'm aiming? You see how it's ticking up? Is that new? See how it says 5, 4, 5, 11, 12? It must be, right? That's kind of cool. When you drag around the mouse. Run into an issue on last week's course. Pin wasn't even on the green. Who's nasty wedge shot? Oh, it's been there? I haven't noticed that. What league, Cornbread? Was it FlyinFatKid's? I get behind on these. I don't play nearly as much as I would like to. There's stretches where I don't even play my own league for a month on end. So if it was FlyinFatKid's, I haven't done this in probably, I don't know, you have to go back and look. I may not have played FlyinFatKid's yet. I don't know. I don't know if I played this in like his league, unfortunately, in like 2 months. So it's only going to be 5% out of the deep rough because of this elevation. I don't know if that affects it as much, but we have 53. So 5% is only going to be another 2.5 yards. So it's like a 55 shot. I think I want to hit this about 50. I chunked it. Dang it. Now we kind of got the same shenanigans going on here. Alright. Try to make par the hard way. Do I have a running list of courses that I'm going to stream next? Yes and no. I have a running list for. I run my own league, so this is FlyinFatKid's league. A couple of us have our own leagues. I have a list of courses that I'm going to pick for my own league, and then I have a list of courses that I've come across lately that I do like the 3-hole reviews on. In terms of like daily streams, I kind of just wake up and decide what I want to do, whether it's speed training, play with someone, do a league, an official tour event, um, work on wedges, which I don't do that much and I probably should, that kind of thing. So I don't really have like a set schedule in terms of what I'm going to do day to day. 23, playing 26. You want me to play that course? We went through it, didn't we? That was like a couple streams ago, and it didn't look that great. I can play it if you want. I'll tell you what. You become a member, Foof, and that'll be the next course I play. How's that? Oh! Bogey. I hammered that. Older build, yeah, we went through it. Mainly hitting shots at the floating green. End of the stream. That's my proposal. You become a member for $5, and that'll be the very next. We could even do it after this, possibly. I don't know how long this will take, but if not, I'll do it tomorrow. All right. Not the best, most sensible line here, but and if not, I'll still try to fit it in, even if you don't want to become a member. But I'll prioritize it if you do.
Foof8 has become a member.
Let's go, Foof. Let's go. All right, I'll hit the shot, and then I'm going to add you. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. I'll add you to the scroll down below. All right, let's give this one a little bit extra for old Foof Dog. Kick right, kick right, kick right. The other right. Yes. Appreciate you, Foof. Let me get you in here real quick. Foof8, I believe. When it read it out, it kind of sounded like Foofy. Is that right? Just put Foof? Okay. Load up now, finish this one later. Foof is the man. He's got a nice club selection, or club collection, rather, that he put in Discord last night. All right, Foof. FlyinFatKid said it. We'll leave this. We got a good round going. We're going to leave it just because I appreciate you becoming a member. We'll go play that right now. Now you should see your name. I think I still have it downloaded too. I'll even let you. You let me know. I'll let you pick the settings. Local match. How do you spell it again? I had you spell it out last time too and I couldn't get it. Coeur. All right, there we go. Shaq Bill. What do you want, Foof? So we have all the different tee box options. I'm assuming you'll probably want me to play the tips. I do like those 10-foot gimmies, so we're going to make that at least a little bit easier, go a little bit quicker. You can pick the pins, which don't change a ton, but mainly you can do these course settings here. Course recommended settings are normal, 11, 2,000 feet, but you can do whatever you want. The main one is really the green and the fairways. If you want to see me defaults, Brian, all right, we'll do that. Usually the most scoring conducive is soft greens and firm fairways, so you get a bit of bounce and then it sticks on the green. We're going to turn on the auto aim because that'll speed it up. Normal, 2,000 feet, so that'll be 4% instead of 15. All right, for Foof Dog. Second day in a row, hitting driver halfway decent. All right, let's hit the flyover. I'm double checking to make sure your name's in there. First hole, par 5, 513. So you can see, we kind of talked about this last time, Foof. You can see the difference in just the way it was built a few years ago, whenever this was from, compared to what we were just doing or other ones you've probably seen. The road looks cool, though. It's just more basic, almost like cookie cutter, to where there's not a ton of like added detail on like the tees and the greens and fairways and all that stuff. Still, not bad. Way better than I could do. If you played this in real life, you would say, wow, this looks awesome. But most beautiful golf course in America. I actually think the name kind of sounds familiar. I may have done this. If that's on if that's the case, it's probably on the top 100 of like golf.com or whatever. I feel like I've played this before, either on GSPro, and if it wasn't on GSPro, then it was on Home Tee Hero when I was in the backyard. Caught it low on the face. Kind of just starting it right and letting it sling back if I can. That one wasn't hit the best, but do we have a bit of a window? We're in the rough. Let's do that. Hit a hybrid. Ideally, it draws. Well, anyone tuning in, this is no longer. No way! I hit that really good too. That would have been money. Those colliders stuck way out. And I launched that straight too. I should have double checked that. That's where sim golf, you can say, yeah, that's frustrating, but also that was a pretty risky line. So generally over 18 holes, it all evens out anyways. Do we still have... Wow, look how far this comes out. So I have to keep this low. Look how far these colliders extend. That's one of those things too, where the older builds, Like I click out here and it's still gonna hit it. And that's not even near the tree. So I basically have to skull. I gotta skull a 4-iron and it may still hit it. All right, waste of a stroke, but still hitting 4 into a par 5. 26. .2 right. The heat map usually coincides with how your lie is. So we're going to want to aim over yonder. Normal. Probably hit this about 20. Simmer. That wasn't the best. I sculled it and I started that way too far left. All right, 11 stimp. 11 down to 10. This is the auto aim I have turned on. So it definitely doesn't make it to where you make every putt. It's just you don't have to pick the line. I still need to get the speed right and still need to hit a straight putt for it to go in. But at least I'm not walking back and forth, like clicking back and forth, trying to figure out how fast the dots are moving. So for something like this where I'm not playing a tournament or anything, super official, this is my preferred way. All right. Even through 1. Second hole, par 4. The water is cool. This would be, if they redid this, and according to what Seadrum was saying last night, apparently it's not that big of a deal for people to redo stuff. I thought it was a massive undertaking, but he thought differently, and he would know. Narrows up there. The draw is drawn today. .165 out of the rough into the wind. Well, elevation is only going to be 2%. Let's hit a soft 7. I don't know if 8's getting there. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a backstop. Simmer. Dang it. It was a good shot, too. Well, it was an 8-iron. That was not a 7. Or I hit a 7. Should have been an 8. .16 up a yard. We'll give it the old 50% business. So we're up to about 24, 25. Probably hit this about 20. Not 25. Sit. Colin asks what the course record is. Well, not unless we get going here. It's like I just got to string some good shots together like I was on the other one. All those weren't horrendous shots. They were just either a little bit too much or too less or too little. 25. It's a good roll too. 0.2. We'll get it back. I think I can probably... I'll definitely get it back to even. I think I can probably get it to a couple under. 141. We're going to try to get a pitching wedge there. It's a false front, so it may come up just short, but if I hit a 9 good, it's too much. Into the wind, though. 136 to the front. Let's just hit a pitching wedge. Come on, meow. All right, back to even. Coco. All right, now you can maybe call and ask what the course record is. One more. Once we get to red figures, then you can call. There's some trickier, like the course will still play the same in terms of like what the layout is. Wow, this is not a driver hole, but we're gonna hit it. There's some tricky layouts. And that's really tight with big trees on either side. And looks like it falls off. We got OB left. What do Lex and Phil say? Limes in the chat. Bounce left, 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 left. No. No. It was a baby draw. I just aimed too far right, I guess. Oh, man. We got nothing. Yeah, that was a good shot, too. I mean, that wasn't a real life, no way you're hitting driver because you're going out of bounds. But that was a good drive. Just not the place for it. I mean, I guess I got to go here. I'm going to try to, like, hook a 60 degree, I guess. I mean, it's either that or I literally just punch 5 yards to the left. Because I have a feeling no matter what I do here, it's going to ricochet. And it looks like everything falls off over here. 14 under from the tips. Yeah, I'm not doing that, Bogeyman. Especially in this. I think I got to... I hate doing this, but I think I got to go... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, I just got to give myself a shot. I got to go, like... 2 yards that way, I think. Watch it bounce off this stupid rock and come back. All right, now we kind of have a shot. Could have hit it a little further than that, I guess, but... Unless these stupid trees still hit it. 5.2 left. Like, that's a shot where you would never practice that on the range, but playing simulator golf like this, it forces you to do like that, and like those punch 4-iron type of shots. You would never practice that on the range, but I didn't do a course record anyway, so I guess the point's kind of mute. We still may catch this. 30 out of the rough. All right, that should have been inside the inner circle for an easy par. Now we've got kind of a tough putt for par. Hit that wedge too much again. I was trying to keep it low though and kind of drive it underneath it. 12 with a ton of break. All right, back to 1 over. 123 down about 4 to 119. I think it's a full approach wedge. I'm also playing 10-foot gimmies, so it is what it is with auto aim. It is the tips though. Spin. I'm hitting irons good today. 21, basically 22 down to 20. Caw. It's going to be an ugly scorecard by the end of it, but par, bogey, birdie, bogey, birdie. 2 par 3s in a row? So this is down to 134. That's strange. You usually don't see 2 par 3s in a row like that. Going pitch and wedge. Towed it. It's a good strike. I just didn't start it far enough right and or drew it too much. All right, a little tappy tap taparoo. Another bogey. You leave it short like that. Golf sidekick chip. That was 2 yards. Both of those were 2 yards of carry. It's almost tough to hit it that short. All right, let's get it back here. Par 4. Draw this thing around the mountain. Draw. Hit it good again. I mean, all right. No complaints with. Usually I'm a happy camper. Anything like 270 in the air plus. 109 out of the rough. I think we only need about a hundo. Bounce. Or not. The wind hit it, I think. They want to putt this. 6, 12, 18 down to 17. This one we don't have the auto aim. But it's pretty straight. It's too much. Right there. Oh! I pushed that 0.4 and I aimed slightly right. I guess that was just a straight putt. I feel like I'm still hitting it pretty good. It's just the opposite of that round we were just doing on FlyinFatKid's. I'm just not scoring. Got quick on it. All right. It's fine. Speed slot. $99. All right. Got a little bit of a backstop here. We can fly at almost the number. I'm going to try to hit it 95. $87. Go! All right. Cock off. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. More close to coaster than me. Let me try those out too. There's some more. There'll be just more and more will pop up. There's been more around me that have been popping up too, which is cool. That course, Meadowbrook, that me and C-Drum played last night. That was the same one. Me, Danko, FlyinFatKid, and Boogie's Backyard did the break 50. That course isn't too far. I played it, I think, twice in real life, so I don't really remember it. But it is cool when stuff around you pops up. No! How about that bounce? I hit that almost in the air as far as it went. I hit that 278 raw and it went 280. We got essentially 2 yards off that tree of positive roll. I feel like I'm getting into a better spot, probably because I'm didn't work out yesterday, so I'm not as quite as tight and fatigued. But I feel like with the drive, the feeling is I'm kind of as I'm coming through, the way it at least feels for me. If you had like a limbo bar here, kind of having your right shoulder almost like your right ear down, kind of hitting the ball more like ducking down. Some days I can just do it and have the extra flexibility, and some days I don't. Run Putt Run has a ton of courses. Yes, he does. Run Putt Run is undebatably one of the best designers on all of GSPro. It's tough picking. Same thing with courses. Oh, that hill is huge here in front of us, isn't it? 2.6 up. Is this going to get over this? It's up. Yeah, we should be able to. I see Big Dog do this. It's up 4 feet. I think that's fine. That should launch high enough. It's tough picking, say, like your top 5, top 3 favorite courses. Same thing with designers, but for me, I would put Run Putt Run easily top 5 designers. But I'm also biased with people that I'm kind of friendly with. Uh-oh. I think it's a par 5. .88 out of the rough. I'm going to try to step on this. We got a backstop again. Try to step on this 56 a little bit. Come on. Oh. Man, that inner circle would have been an easy birdie. Now we got a 11-foot putt for birdie, but it's pretty straight. Call. I mean, this is one of the most up and down rounds I've had in a while. Hopefully we kind of righted the ship here, and we'll just go pars and birdies for this back nine, but only one course in GSPro in your town isn't even the best one. And it all just depends. The only way that they'll pop up on GSPro is because either it's someone else that lives near you that's also their home course and they just want to play it, or someone paid to have it built. Those are really the only 2 ways that they pop up. Whether a designer wants to do it themselves, whether it's their home course or like a world famous course, and they just decide to do it, or someone does a commission build to have it built. And this is all spinny. These are all it's open, like open source kind of. So GSPro doesn't have, well, they have a couple now that they hired Sim Golf, but basically 99.9% of these courses GSPro has nothing to do with. It's people make the courses and they put them up, and GSPro just hosts them, and they have like the gameplay stuff. It all depends, Foof. All depends what you want to pay for, right? Like you can have this built or a quality like this for way less than something that's super intricately done. I would say a general ballpark would be anywhere from 500 on like the very, very, very low end up to 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 on like super intricate, takes a ton of time courses. I would say generally speaking, if you're going to average, probably 1,000, 1,500. But everyone sets their own prices. It all depends on what you want and what you're paying for. $182. Oh, I chunked it. All right, let's recover. 2 not so great shots. 14 up to about 16. We have an 8.3 degree up. It's going to come out left. I think the green goes that way, so that should be fine. May even aim a little bit more that way. The green goes from left to right. So we'll go a touch more this way. The rough in the elevation pretty much just gets rid of it. So it's a 14 shot or 16 shot. Probably want to land this about 10, 11, 12. Too much. That's probably 15, 18. Jesus. I knew as soon as I hit it. It is the cool thing, if you don't play a ton of sim golf, like on that 7-iron, I chunked it and I literally called it out as the ball was flying in the air. That one I knew as soon as I hit it too. It was just too much. So it's granted not a great shot, but it's pretty cool when it matches up exactly how it feels. Now we have a 35-foot putt playing 34 feet for par. Maybe too much. All right, bogey. So you can even look, like, I couldn't tell if this over here, if this was a cart path or water. And you can see it moving a little bit, it's water, but something like that, how good people make the water and stuff look now. Like, you just see how that's just not the same type of detail. And we don't want to be in that, so we're going to aim over here. Oh, off the bottom of the club. And we aimed right. That's going to be in the trees. Game's going downhill quick. And I can't carry that. So we're going to have to hit a hybrid over here. I mean, I chunked it. I don't think I chunked it that bad. 109 ball speed, 151 with a hybrid. Wasn't a good shot, don't get me wrong, but possibly a slight misread there. $71. Yeah, what's going on here? My J key wasn't working. It's going to come out left. The wind's going to push it right. Or the wind's going to push it left. So we'll aim here. Well, I tend to fade the wedges. We'll go at it. We'll hit a 60. I need to get it there. That's got to be probably about 65. Spin. Pulled it, but it worked out. Caw-caw. 12th hole, par 3. 207 playing 202. 191 to the front. We're going to go bottle cap 6-iron. Decent strikes. I've been carrying this about 190, which should work out. Check on hide around it now. It's just, I can't string. We strung 2 together. I guess you can call it 3. We got 7, 8, and 9 together, but really just 8 and 9. And besides that, it's just up and down. That one. I towed it. Run hard. Go. 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 Keep going. That was pretty lucky. That was a very bad shot. Inland Empire. 18. The thing though, even though I've said like this doesn't look the best and all that stuff, when this course came out probably a couple years ago, whenever it was, people were probably shocked at how good it looked. So things just keep evolving and keep changing. Pulled it. I don't know. The auto aim, it helps because it speeds it up, but I also think sometimes you subconsciously, depending on how you putt, sometimes you give it a little more, a little bit less. And you know if you aim pretty far right, then maybe a slight pull will be okay. This one you just have to hit as perfect of a straight putt because it has you aimed on the perfect line every time, which is good and bad. Wow, look at this. Well, I mean, I just don't know if I can hit driver. Like I can't aim far enough right because I'll be in these stupid trees, and I can't go left, so I just don't think it's a driver. I think we're gonna have to hit probably a hybrid right here. Hole's designed to counter your driver shot arc. Yeah, I mean, it's just not a driver hole unless you can carry it into this slightly bigger part up here and you hit a fade into it. You can't hit a draw with the trees. It opens up a little bit over there with those bunkers, but you just can't really hit driver unless you're a pretty short hitter or a really long hitter. Man, fine, but that is terrible. Maybe that other ball speed was right. That was pretty far off the toe, too. Most card courses are pushing Unreal to its limits. I don't remember what version Unreal GSPro runs. I don't remember what version of Unreal GSPro runs. I kind of get what you're saying. I think there's a joke there, but I kind of don't. What do you run, Cornbread? You run like 1080p Ultra, or are you 4K? Because you don't have a, you have like a 4K TV. I say only, but I run it at 1080p Ultra. So if these courses were in 4K, they would look even crazier. Try to hit a full approach wedge. I don't know if it'll quite get there, but 1080p Ultra, yeah, me too. Number one handicap hole. Index. That's what the index is, right? It says it's 12. Number one, it says 9. I always mix up. I think 1 is the hardest, right? I always mix up if 1's the hardest or 18's the hardest. I think 18's the easiest, which will be 17. They said the number one hardest hole was 9. And they're saying that this one is the 12th hardest. Which, I mean, whoops. I guess it's not the hardest hole in the world because you just got to lay up. But if you're trying to bomb driver, it's not exactly easy. Man, I hit it good too and I pulled it. Approach wedge usually doesn't go that far. Usually it's about a 115 club. .37, playing 33. Maybe too firm. Simmer. All right, par. Might be able to run 4K Ultra. I don't have 4K in the TV in my garage. If you're going to keep using the TV, that should be easy enough. TVs are so cheap now. 4K projectors are a whole different story. All right, here's your hole, Foof. 14th hole, par 3. 164 from the tips. So it's 164 down to 158, but it's into the wind. I mean, everything runs that way. It's either I hit an 8 really good and it gets there. Got some experience on it. I don't think we did these though, did we? Did I do the tips? It's either I hit, maybe it was, hit an 8 and it gets there, it's into the wind, or I play it safe and hit a 7 and make sure I'm definitely dry. Let's try to put our big boy pants on and hit a bottle cap 8 iron. Get it up and off the mat a little bit. I did the tips. I definitely put some in the water, I remember that. I chunked it. How do I chunk it off the tee like that? Dang it. We're doing it again. I don't care. We're not going to the drop zone. I'm hitting that shot. We're going to hit an 8 iron like I'm supposed to. Off the deck. That's frustrating. The whole reason why I put it up on the stupid tee is so I don't do that. And I still chunk it. The hot and cold round Jekyll and Hyde continues. Why not just do that the first time? Stupid. Give me another ball. Give me another ball. Tin cup. All right, for bogey. $22 down to 18. Woo! That's pretty good bogey save. I thought for sure we were giving up 2 strokes there. So that one, even though it aimed me, I still pulled that pretty good, but I think it had enough speed to where it still worked its way back online. Not the easiest course in the world, layout-wise. All right, let's pump this drive. 275, 280 in the air. No more messing around. Or 238 off the cart path, way off the toe, off the tree. That's unfortunate. That I think would have gotten the opening. Yikes. This is fun. We're having fun. May still catch this tree. What a bogey. Thanks. Lucky putt. You may see another bogey here. Now it's par 5. If this gets out and kind of funnels, ideally it fades. If this gets out anywhere over like 200, we should be able to either par or birdie this. Just keep sculling it, but that's fine. Nice bullet. I mean, that was a bad shot. I sculled it, but it worked out. That's kind of what Big Dog, who I play with, talks about sometimes, where you get it to the point where your bad shots, it's not always about how good your good is, it's about how bad your bad is. And if at least you're able to miss in good spots, that's really more what it's about than hitting your exact number on the exact line, which is just very hard to do. 36, anywhere in the neighborhood of 30 is good. $32. All right, call. Just trying to make it interesting for you guys out there. 1 out of 10 shot comes in clutch. May end up in the bunker, but I'd rather be in that bunker than in the trees. Super toey again, but it's going to work. Simmer. $123. I'm going to try to step on an approach wedge. If I can get it up to about 120 again, should be pretty good. Go! I need an extra like 4 yards on it. Alright. Now this stupid shot. What I should have done on the last one is checked how far I need to go to just get it on the green. So I need to carry this. 7 feet is the start of it. So like 2.5, 3 yards. If I hit it 3, 4 yards, we're fine. Whew. Yeah, I do, of course, another time. Honestly, I'll probably, this is getting pretty, as you've been seeing, hot and cold. I'll probably stop after this. I'll probably finish FlyinFatKid's tomorrow or the next day. We played what? How many holes did we get through on FlyinFatKid's? Well, what am I doing? 243? This is a 245-yard par 4? So it's not even... One second, my chat went off. I will note, I wanted to mention this the other day, just for future reference. I got a thing on the door that the power company is gonna switch out the meter. So they like turn off the power for like 5 minutes. I think they knock on the door, but if I'm in here playing, they knock on the door, I may not hear it. So it may be possible over the next week or so that a stream just abruptly ends because they cut the power in the middle of it. I would hit hybrid, but I've been hitting hybrid terrible. So maybe we'll tee up a 3-wood, which will probably be too much, but at least it'll be... Okay. Let's deal with that. That was toey. Wasn't hit particularly good, but I should have drew. That ball was kind of teetering on the tee. It may have moved slightly. Come on now. Oh well. Yeah, the first one wasn't hit as good, but that probably, I don't have a 5-wood. Foof. I go driver, 3-wood, 3 hybrid, and then 4 iron. That first one I wasn't hit as good, but it probably would have worked out better because that was a little bit too much. Next one was made in 2024. .3 left, 7.5 up. So the left should be fine. 28. Too much. That was lucky. Caw. Yeah, I can look at it quick like we did on the other one. I'll download it and show you. What time is it? 3:45. All right, final drive of the day. What the heck's going on? Those numbers changed. It's on driver. I saw the numbers switch over. I mean, I hit that pretty good. There's no way that was... It registered, it just didn't pick up the ball. Like I think it was these club numbers. That was probably squared up. So it was 2.6 into out and it was 2.6 open. That should have been pretty dead straight. I hit that decent and it just didn't go again. Now the red light's off. Did it disconnect again? Still shows we're connected. Well, sometimes, all right, so this one, what I did here, it's been happening to me a lot lately. What I did, it was still connected. I checked the connector. What I did, the red lights, they turned off. It just came back on. I pressed U for putter, and now it came on and locked back on. I'm going to press U again on the keyboard for U for under. And now it's back to driver, and now it's the ding and the red lights are back on, so we should be good. That's strange, though. I wonder if Bogeyman, he was saying, could be partially course related, which I don't know how that would make sense, but maybe. Because I 100% saw those club data numbers change, so it just didn't send the shot, or like the ball data, but it sent the club data. Oh, and of course it'll read that one. Stupid. Stupid. Ah, 16 degrees up. Had a 405-yard misread on Pro Tour and launched off the course. Really? I hit it good, but that was supposed to fade. Watch it hit the stupid car path too. All right, let's try to make a par. Finish this in red figures. Too late Sunday night to do anything. Just routine. Had a few misreads as of late as well. Started waving the driver between the ball and square. Seems to help. I mean, you guys probably notice stuff more than me. A lot of the stuff I kind of just like with these holes and shots and like that kind of stuff, I kind of just like deal with it and move on. But I mean, if I start having that stuff, I'll notice a little bit more. But you guys can be the judge, like I was saying before. That kind of stuff rarely happens, and it's kind of weird that now it's popping up for other people too. Could be just maybe a slight, if GSPro maybe did a minor update and maybe there's some bugginess with some of the connectors. Maybe I don't really know. Nothing's perfect. So even DLED's launch monitor, which is 5 times the price, still has some wonky stuff, probably less than this, but even like Pro T's, anything else, you'll have issues. It's just what kind of issues and how often, I guess. 48. That's short. Well, I feel confident we'll be able to at least two-putt this inside, or we'll putt it once inside the inner circle, so it'll give us a bogey and we'll still be one under, but 33, 24. All right. I think it's safe to say I left some strokes out there. One under 70. These stats are going to be comical. Good news is we kept it to all pars, birdies, and bogeys, but we had 5 pars, 7 birdies, and 6 bogeys. 318 longest drive, average drive 270, 145, 157. Only 3 out of 13 fairways, but I feel like I hit some decent. 131 feet of putting, 9 out of 18 greens regulation. Hour and 2 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know which one that is. Probably 2. 24 putts. Roller coaster round. What's the Foof? What's the course? I gotta download it. Not my best. Not my best, not my worst. I would honestly rather play another round than go do legs and shoulders, but I gotta do it. What do you got for me, Foof Dog? Is he mid-type? Should show up, shows up on stream. What's the course name? Oh, know what it is, I bet. There it is. So that's a good example right there. Like you sent it twice. When I had my chat go off briefly, it switched back over to top messages, and it must be Hangman that they don't like, I guess. They filtered that out. So it was on top messages, and I just changed it to all messages, and now the messages pop up. That's what I was saying before. Like if I happen to miss it, uh, yeah, it's switched over. I had it on all, and then that went off briefly in the middle of it when I said what happened to my chat, and then it defaulted back over, and then it got rid of it. So dumb. So I'm sure there's undoubtedly Hangman Valley, A Cleveland. There was undoubtedly probably some messages. I forgot to do that yesterday. There was undoubtedly some messages that I missed. It's just one of those things where like it takes long enough to set all this crap up in the first place, and then like something as simple as that to have to remember to switch it over every time is just dumb. All right, we're going to want to do this in on-course practice, though, so we can bounce around. No, just did it again, too. All right, what we're going to do is take this out. I need to buy one of those. This TV works fine. I'm like back engineering the chat. I need to get one of those HDMI. It's not a splitter. I think I need an extender uh, to be able to run just an HDMI to this TV and just do the pop-out chat. It's known as Latah Creek Golf Course now, but it used to be Hangman Valley. All right, we'll hit the flyover. Not bad. I would say this is probably in between what we just did and maybe that course that FlyinFatKid picked. Like you can kind of just tell right away as soon as it loads up. Like you see kind of how basic the green looks and the bunkers. I mean, it's not bad. And again, if you know this course and like you played it in real life, you'd be really happy it's there. It's just not necessarily. This is the second hole. Well, let's do flyovers for all 18. It's not necessarily a course that you load it up and you say, wow, this is awesome. Although that bridge thing is cool if that's there. And whatever that thing is over there on the left. Waterfall. Third hole. That bridge is cool. Is that there in real life, Foof? I'm assuming it is. They try to make these as accurate as they can. Fourth hole. Dogleg right by the looks of it. Bridge is actually there. I mean, obviously it looks a little bit cartoony here, but that's what I'm saying with like, I'm sure all these bunkers are in the right place. A lot of the trees are in the right place. The car path, that bridge. Like these guys, they take the time to where if you played this course in real life, you would say, if that wasn't there, you would say, oh, well, where's the bridge? Like those like signature things for the course. These par fives take a while. All right, that was 5, 6. 7. Sent it and tagged me. There's been some people popping in the Discord. I don't know where all these people are coming from. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's probably the coolest look so far of the bridge. 9th hole. So here's the, you guys see this? Here's the picture that Foof sent. That's the bridge in real life. I know it's kind of blurry, but if you want to see it, check out the Discord. That's pretty cool. And obviously they made it look pretty close too. All right, that was 10. This is 11. $12. 13. 14. Some of these random, you guys ever get like random texts? I just got a random text from a random number saying, I'm at the shop near the children's hospital waiting for you in the corner. No, you're not. I'm in my garage on the simulator. 15. $16. 2 more. Tell them I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm almost done. I got one more flyover and I'll go to the hospital in the corner. Apparently they say you get texts like that, or like sometimes I get like Coinbase. It's like there was a Coinbase withdrawal. They say that you're not even supposed to answer them, or if someone says like, "Hey, John, this is so and so," and you say wrong number, They say you're better off not even answering because then they validate that it's actually an active number. So you're supposed to just delete them. Yeah, Bogeyman, I wouldn't even, I know I used to do that because that's like the courteous thing to do if it was a real person, which some of them may be, but I think a lot of them are kind of scams trying to see if it's an active number or not. I would honestly just delete it or report it as junk. I would stop responding. Um, that's what I've been told to do, if that makes sense. So like if you get like a spam text or even something like that, and then you even just write back, sorry, wrong number, if it's something more nefarious than an actual wrong number, then they say, okay, this guy is at least active. Maybe they're trying to piece together who you are or something. That's my advice. All right. There you go, Foof. Appreciate you becoming a member. Played the course for you, did the flyover. Um, that's going to do it for me. So we'll see. Speaking of my schedule, we'll see what tomorrow has in store. Probably decide sometime in the morning what I feel like doing. We'll see how sore my legs are. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to Flying Fat Kid and C-Drum for the super chat. Shout out to Foofy becoming a member. Shout out to you other guys that are currently members. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, no problem with the flyover. Take that under advisement. I don't know, Foof. I don't know when I'll play it, to be honest, because I got other stuff that resets on a weekly basis. So it will likely be like if I have a day that I have a bunch of extra time, which is seemingly tougher and tougher to get, it'll be something that I do after, because it's just like playing through like I did there. I don't necessarily care if I'm playing great or not. I usually try to come out and prioritize the stuff that I want to play well and be like play fresh. So it'll be that stuff first, and then maybe a day over the next week or so that I have some extra time to go through that quick. Maybe even from like the red tees or something, so it's quicker kind of thing. It's just I have so much to play and so many people that I let down on a weekly basis between all the different leagues and the clubs and matches and everything else. It's tough to fit everything in, if that makes sense. Yeah, send your number out to more scammers. That's basically what I was saying. Call and ask the pro shop for the course record. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Catch you on the next one.